Note down this problem. So that the particle executing simple harmonic motion show that the particle executing simple harmonic motion requires 1/6 of its period to move from 1/6 of its period to move from the position of maximum displacement to one in which the displacement is half the amplitude. Its displacement is half the amplitude. So in this problem statement, what he asked was, so this is the mean position, and initially it was dragged to the extreme position, and this length is of the amplitude A, and this is at any instant actually the displacement is x. Now initially we started at t is equal to 0, and this is the place of the velocity to be 0, that is the extreme point where the velocity is equal to 0. Now here actually let the period of oscillation be t. So the period of oscillations be t. So what he said was, from the position of maximum displacement, that is the extreme position, to the position of a place where the amplitude is half, that is this is a by 2. So from here to here actually if the particle is coming, then what he said was it takes a time of t by 6 to move from a to a by 2. That's what actually we need to prove in any case of the simple harmonic motion. So in any simple harmonic motion, so from a to a by 2, if it has to come, it takes a time of t by 6. That's what we need to prove. Got it? I hope everybody understood the problem statement. Right? Okay, fine. So then actually, see this. In a simple harmonic motion, we know that the differential equation of the simple harmonic motion is d square x by dt square is equal to minus mu times of x. Or in other words, v dv by dx is equal to minus mu times of x. So this is the simple harmonic motion equation. So this actually if you integrate it, so this is v dv is equal to minus mu x into dx. Now if you integrate on either side, this is v square by 2 and this is equal to minus mu x square by 2 plus some arbitrary constant a. And then actually this equation, after substituting the initial conditions at t is equal to 0, the velocity v is equal to 0. Now if you put it in this case, so v square by 2, so this will become 0. So 0 square by 2 is equal to minus mu a square by 2 plus a. So R, in other words, a can be represented as mu a square by 2. So if you substitute in this equation, v square by 2 is equal to minus mu x square by 2 plus mu a square by 2. These two will cancel out. V square is equal to mu times of a square minus x square. So this is the simple harmonic motion equation. Now here actually this gives a relation between the value of x and v, right? So that is the relation actually we are talking about here. Now this relation, we can put it in the other format of the time domain, that is v square is equal to mu times of a square minus x square. As this is the relation between v and x, this v can be expressed as dx by dt whole square is equal to mu times of a square minus x square. And this can be written as dx by dt is equal to minus square root of mu times a square minus x square under root. Now here actually I explained previously why we have taken this as the negative sign. So the negative sign is actually the velocity, whatever we consider, it is in the decreasing direction of the initial displacement. That is, so here actually this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and from here actually this is being the mean position, x is equal to 0. Now the particle is actually trying to rotate in this direction and then actually trying to come in the backward direction. So this is the extreme position. At this extreme position, the velocity is becoming 0 and it keeps on raises the velocity. So it is increasing the velocity in the decreasing direction of the x. So this is the decreasing direction of the x. And the velocity is increasing as it keeps on moving in this particular direction. Got it? So hence actually the negative sign has to be considered for this particular square root rather than the positive value. Now here actually dx by dt, and this can be written as dx by a square minus x square under root is equal to minus square root of mu times dt. Now actually you can integrate this, and this is, so let x is equal to a cos theta. If you put it, then theta is equal to cos inverse of x by a, and dx by d theta is equal to a into derivative of cos theta is sin theta minus sin theta. So this you can replace it here in this equation, integral minus a sin theta d theta divided by a square minus x square is a sin theta. Now this a sin theta will cancel out and we left with this is of minus theta, right? So minus theta, and where theta is equal to cos inverse of x by a, and this is equal to cos inverse of x by a minus of, and this value is root mu times of t minus of plus some arbitrary constant c. Or this minus sign and this minus sign you can cancel out, and then this is being the arbitrary constant, you can still keep it as it is. Now the initial conditions is at t is equal to 0, x is equal to a. So now this is at t is equal to 0, x equal to a, because that is the extreme position we were talking about. That is the initial time. At t is equal to 0, the velocity equal to 0 and x is equal to a. So these are the two places actually. I think video is getting stuck, keeps on, right? Just a minute. Right? So here actually the initial conditions what we are talking about here, it is at the extreme position the velocity is 0 and the time is 0, and that is the place where x is equal to a. So that is the maximum amplitude. Now if you put it in this equation, x is equal to a, cos inverse of x by a is equal to mu t under root plus c. Now here actually this is cos inverse of a by a is equal to square root of mu into 0 plus c. So it implies actually cos inverse of 1 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0 plus c, or c is equal to 0. Now from this relation actually we can make out that square root of mu t. So this value cos inverse of x by a is equal to square root of mu t. So this is the equation, right? or this can other way written as x is equal to a cos, I'll just put it, x is equal to a cos root mu t. So this is the equation of the displacement, right? Now the time taken to move from the extreme position to the point where that is equal to a, right? So a by 2. This is the mean position, this is the extreme position, this is a, until this point actually it is coming in this particular direction. Now here actually, okay, right? Okay, I'll just repeat. See this, we have just derived the equation x is equal to a times of cos of square root of mu times of t, and we know that square root of mu is equal to omega, and this omega, if you replace it here, that is going to be cos omega t. So x is equal to a cos omega t. So this is the equation of the simple harmonic motion. Now in this simple harmonic motion, we have got three different points. One point is the initial position, which is the time zero position. So here actually the omega t naught value is going to be 0, because t naught is 0. That is the initial position or the starting position. And the second position what we need to consider is, that is the displacement where x is equal to a by 2. That is this location. Now in this location, when it is coming from the other extreme position to the midpoint, that is x is equal to a by 2 location, let the time be t1. Then actually, if you substitute in this equation, time is equal to t1 is equal to, so cos of omega t1 is equal to a by 2. So this value, so a will cancel, and then from this actually root mu t is coming out to be pi by 3. And then omega t1 is equal to pi by 3. So from here to here actually omega t1 value, so omega t naught to omega t1 is of pi by 3 value. And this pi by 3 for the entire time period actually, if you notice, omega into capital T, where t being the time period of the oscillation, this is equal to 2 pi. Now the ratio of omega t divided by omega t1, so this is 2 pi divided by pi by 3, right? So 2 pi divided by pi by 3. So this is going to be, this will cancel out, and then this pi will cancel out, and this is going to be 6, or t1 is equal to capital T by 6. So it takes 1/6 of the time period when it is moving from the extreme position to a position where the amplitude is half. Got it?